hopefully soon we'll have good news. All right, we have test results, lab results, finally. That is crazy, like so unexpected. Good morning. It has been a long month.
It really has.
So if you saw last week's vlog, we were giving all the health updates and everything we've been going through. And we still haven't shared the results of our test and lab work that we've been waiting on. So hopefully by the end of this video, we'll be able to share that with you. But today we are putting all that aside and we're having a very relaxing day. We're gonna stop in REI and then Whole Foods because we love getting fruit for the beach. So we brought our own burgers for lunch, and then fruit is our go-to as well. So probably some watermelon, pineapple, maybe a little beverage.
Maybe a dragon fruit.
See what we see. But hopefully soon we'll have good news. We'll see.
Wherever I am with you is where I wanna go. Yep. Wherever I am with you is where I wanna go. I watch you wake, November fades never too far from your mind. It's times like these we ask if we fast forward or rewind. But when I zoom and see that bird's eye view, I know I would take it all just to have this life with you. Can't make it up, it's just too tough to write the storyline. The magic feel, this time is real, I knew the whole time. Ooh, I know I would take it all just to jump into a lake out in Seattle, wander New York City after a show. It's a park bench down in Texas or a small town rodeo. Take me to
So cute. Still alive, so we have to put it back.
They're just in the walkway. We need to put them back in the water. They're so cool though. See how they have like little, like you can see their little anemone like membranes coming out? Like see the little eyes almost? And then they just move their spikes. And I think that's where they eat. Their mouth's in there. But look at it grabbing my hand.
Look at you. What is it?
It's a shrimp.
A shrimp?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
driving down the highway one coast. We could find ourselves in silent moments or lose our voices singing to the radio. You make it feel like heaven could be somewhere close. I'll meet you at the highs and see you at the lows. Wherever I am with you is where I wanna go. Wherever I am with you is where I wanna go. Wherever I am with you is where I want.
We saw so many
Starfish, sand dollars, sea urchins, conchs,
crabs.
crabs, shrimp. Even under like we explored the
little
tidal
shrimps.
pools and stuff after sunset, so that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a
It was
great.
good. Yeah. It was
Do you feel
awesome.
relaxed?
If we were camper van people, which stay tuned one day.
One day.
Yeah, that would have been perfect. Just get right in the van, shower off, drive somewhere. I could sleep right now. It's
Yeah, the
amazing.
bathrooms were closed, so we had to like make a makeshift dressing
Yeah.
room out in the
Yeah.
parking lot.
Hide these cheeks, because the world's trying to see them.
All right, we have test results, lab results, finally, after about a whole month-long process from colonoscopy to blood work to following the colonoscopy, asking for an additional test, which was a stool sample, and that took forever, over a week to get back from the lab. And we now have results. It's been quite a few days actually since we got those results in, because we were just processing and, you know, feeling all the feelings.
Yeah. Well, that and then follow-up doctor's appointments were kind of in there too. So.
Yeah. So basically what we were up against, if you didn't watch the previous video, then you can kind of see the journey. But a summary is my iron was really low ever since the flare I had in November 2023. And the levels were low enough that the doctor was wanting to refer me to a hematologist to do iron. Is it infusions or transfusions?
I think it's infusion.
Infusion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just intravenous iron.
Yeah. So back in November during the flare, my iron level was 18. And the concern is it can really plummet because your gut is where you're absorbing all of those things like iron and nutrients from your food. So if that's off and in a flare, it can really go sideways pretty quickly. So we started carnivore diet. What else did we start doing?
3 different types of iron. So we did like a vegan one. So we would get like plant heme iron, I think is what it's called.
And you found that, the liver supplement?
Yes, and we did like a full, what is it? We did ancestral something, but desiccated like liver and other,
yeah,
like a blood vitality supplement, but the benefit of that was iron.
And then a chewable iron supplement that's like a slow release.
Yeah.
We cooked everything on cast iron. We switched to a hybrid version of like a carnivore animal-based diet.
Yeah, just a lot more meat, so we get tons of protein, a lot of red meat.
Yeah.
And the only like vegetable we're doing is like sweet potato. Because she handles sweet potato really well, so that's going to be different for everybody.
Fruit,
and then tons
eggs,
of tons
plant-based milk for my shakes.
Yeah, but it's not like a nut milk. That's a banana milk.
Yeah.
Like it's the cleanest milk substitute we found.
Yeah, so that's basically the diet, and then we were taking tons of supplements, which we'll probably do a separate video on everything we did, but February, it kind of started getting better, so I'll put a graphic of the results, but February we got up to 24, and she was still concerned, still wanting to do the iron infusions, and we were like, well, just give us a little bit more time. So May, we just reran all of that lab work, and the numbers are now 88, which is totally normal. Huge answer to prayer.
And we didn't really start all of those supplements until the beginning of March, really.
Yeah.
So we had March, April, and May. So in 2.5 months, like really,
yeah,
it changed.
And then this graphic here is the iron saturation, which was 6%, and now it's 30%. So that was amazing news. We were on a high from that, and then we went into the colonoscopy to make sure the flare from November was healing with all of the natural supplements and everything changes that we made. This was going to kind of give us those answers. And when they came out of the colonoscopy,
everybody, like the nurses and all the staff said that like everything looked good. Like everything that they were concerned of or would look for in a colonoscopy for an IBD, there was nothing that was like concerning to them at all. But they did a bunch of random biopsies, and then we would get those results back, which led to the kind of a blindside appointment.
Yeah, because we were expecting like, oh, everything was great, yay, relief. And then I had because normally you're with me at all the appointments, and this one I was just expecting it to be great. So we just did telehealth, and the biopsies came back with some concern. So it did show granulomas in the colon. So she kind of got her red flags going, got concerned about that. And what it is like inflammatory clusters of cells that group together and form these granulomas. And it's only found in Crohn's disease, so she was saying it's active inflammation, like this is a concern. And my sedimentation rate, which is a blood test for inflammation, was high, but that measures inflammation throughout your whole body. And so it can be affected by other variables. So she wanted to start a pretty harsh medication, which I was not on board with. It had a lot of side effects. So we pushed back and we're like, well, let's do this one more test, which is a Calprotectin. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a test that measures inflammation just in the gut. And it took forever, over a week to get back, so we're just waiting in limbo. She also said she wanted to move my Entyvio up from every 8 weeks to every 6 weeks, which I was okay with that.
It was like that in the beginning, remember? So like that's not a big deal. They pushed it back.
When I first started it was like that, yeah.
So we know that we can handle those changes.
So not a huge deal, yeah. So we finally got the results, and she was expecting, when you're saying like these granulomas usually are an indication of more progressed disease, like you're expecting numbers to be around 500, 1,000 plus inflammation. So we were super stressed, like honestly expecting it to be bad. Look at this. 36 was the number. That is crazy, like so unexpected, an amazing just relief, like that's pretty normal. So we told her, we're not going to start this other medication yet. We're going to continue what we're doing. And
Another thing is when you get these tests, like we hadn't had the Calprotectin or whatever that one is. We haven't had that test before.
right.
We'd only had overall inflammation, which has kind of been, we've seen it fluctuate and then go up, and stress and a lot of things affect that. But
Allergies. I've
Yeah.
been trying to get off all my allergy medications. I was on an inhaler, 3 different allergy meds.
too much.
Yeah, just because of the way my immune system had been in the past. But now my immune system is great. There's no reason why I should be on all of those. My body should be able to recalibrate and figure it out, which it is.
It's slow.
It's figuring
That's been
it out.
but you've progressively got off stuff slowly,
Mhm.
and we've added in natural stuff. And
Yeah. So
honeys and all
overall,
that stuff.
amazing news. We still, of course, are going to have to stick on this diet. We're going to have to be monitoring inflammation and making sure that we're taking all these natural things for inflammation, for different remedies like reflux and nausea and constipation. We have all natural things that we're doing now. And again, we'll share all that later. But for now, we are on our way to go get, there's a local place that it has like different fruit bowls. So like acai, dragon fruit. We are probably gonna get an ube bowl, and you can get like toppings like bananas, blueberries, honey, bee pollen. So that's a treat that we can have. It's fruit. It's hard sometimes when you're doing these changes. I mean, obviously, yes, we would choose to do these changes than take on a harsh medication.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it limits you to like going out and doing certain things. And
So there was
it's nice
one,
to get out and do stuff.
There was one day, I remember in Publix when I was walking through, and I was just like, I don't know, I was having a rough day. It was still during the waiting period, and I was just walking around looking at all the things and thinking in my head, why is life so hard for us? Like, why can we not eat this? Why do we always have to, you know?
Why is like 99.9% of the store a no for me?
Yeah, and just feeling like everybody else is getting these redemption stories and like everything's going great, which I know is not true. People have struggles that we don't see, and everybody has their own struggles. We all do. If it wasn't this, it'd be something else. But yeah, I just met the most amazing girl bagging up our groceries, and she was just so sweet and just reminded me in her own way, like, we're so blessed. And I'm just thankful for our marriage, thankful that we have all these resources available, that we can learn these natural things, and
Yeah.
we still get to have steak and lamb and
Oh yeah, and we're under
burgers.
no assumption that this is easy. Like it costs money. It just is worth the price to sacrifice in other areas to be able to have.
Yeah, we've definitely
additional for
invested a lot into these natural things. But I would rather do that than pay the price elsewhere in our health.
I wish we would have known about the Calprotectin test before, because we really don't know if the inflammation that is like visible in the cells from the biopsies is, we don't know if we're in a spot where it was like on its way to get worse, or
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's like in transition from being far worse than what it is currently and healing from worse than that when it was
Right,
last
like
year
from
from
November
the flare. Yeah.
when we caught it, like
Yeah.
it could have been off the charts, and
Yeah.
we have been healing it, and now we're kind of on the tail end of that healing.
Yeah.
Shoot. Oh no. I thought I had it, but I don't. Okay.